lying close to the north of Jiujiang, fertile land and a famous river, the Yangtze River. Li Bai said admiringly, "The 9 rivers flow resembling a snowy white mountain." In the heartland south of Jiujiang, China's largest freshwater lake, Poyang Lake, Wang Bo, a famous Tang Dynasty poet, described it saying, "A lonely wild duck flies with the sunset clouds. The autumn river mirrors the color of the sky." A classic scene describing Poyang Lake. Jutting forth the river and lake, Lushan Mountain has a famous saying, "The scenery of Lushan Mountain, peerless in the world," and its towering like mountain crest, showing its majesty just spectacular. A place, especially a city, concurrently possessing a magnificent river, great lakes, and a grand mountain, is special and rare in the world. Since ancient times, Jiujiang has been a fitting place, flourishing humanity with its regional superiority, convenient transportation, beautiful scenery, and rich products. Jiujiang has played an important role in the economy and cultural history of China. In the Jin Dynasty, Jiujiang was a large city attracting investment. In the Tang and Song Dynasty, Jiujiang was a famous commercial port in the South River Western Corridor. In the Ming and Qing Dynasty, Jiujiang was one of the biggest of 3 tea markets and one of the biggest of 4 rice markets. And in modern history, Jiujiang was a well-known trade port. Jiujiang has been a place attracting business. Especially in the history of Chinese cultural development, Jiujiang has had spectacular success and made unique achievements, bringing forth Taoyuanming, Huan Tianjin, Chen Yingqun, and a number of other great scholars. Also springing forth numerous bright and splendid cultural wonders. The Dongling Temple, the source of Pure Land culture. Zen Buddhism, represented by Zhenru Temple. Ancient learning headed by the White Deer Cave Academy. Architectural marvels symbolized by the thousands of Western-style villas on Lushan Mountain. And many great poets like Taoyuanming, Li Bai, Bai Juyi, Su Si, Zhou Dunyi, and Tang Ying, ink painting created by leading figures and leaving behind their mark on poetry, calligraphy, and painting culture. Not only this, Jiujiang has maintained its importance through the changing dynasties, a place valued by famous politicians for development and growth. Sun Yat-sen once mentioned his desire to build Poyang Port between the Yangtze River and Poyang Lake, becoming Jiangxi's source of prosperity and wealth. He also raised the idea, based on this port, of turning Jiujiang, lying on the right bank of the Yangtze River and the west side of Poyang Lake, into an industrial and commercial center, a manufacturing and production center for the world, center to the North-South Railway through China. Jiujiang today, under its jurisdiction, 8 counties, 3 cities, and 2 districts, as well as the Jiujiang Economic and Technological Development Zone, the Jiujiang Bali Lake New District, Lushan, and Lushan West Sea, 2 national-level scenic spots with a total area of 18,800 square kilometers and a population of 5 million. Jiujiang is not only one of the top 10 port cities along the Yangtze Golden Waterway, but also among the first batch of open cities along the Yangtze River in China. It possesses the title of being among the top 10 charming cities in China, an excellent tourist city in China, China's most charming financial ecological city, and in the eyes of multinational corporations, a place with the most investment potential among Chinese cities. China is implementing the One Belt, One Road strategy. the Yangtze River Economic Belt, and the Yangtze River Cities Group, a major strategy for the development of Jiujiang to open up. Internal cooperation in Jiujiang has brought great rare opportunities. In order to carry out the national and provincial development strategy, a stronger Nansan, a bigger Jiujiang. Nansan and Jiujiang have to be integrated into a whole. Jiujiang is planning a one center, two wings, and three parts pattern of industrial development, using the power of the whole city to implement the New Industrial Decade Initiative. One center is the New Industrial Development Core, in which Jiujiang's economy acts as its core, and the Lusan District High-Tech Park and Xinyan District Innovation Pioneer Park act as its support. The New Industrial Development focuses on developing new material, new energy, high-end equipment, manufacturing industries, refining chemicals, port logistics, and other mid to high-end industries. The two wings are the eastern regions cover Ducang County and Lusan City, and the western mountains include Wuning County and Shusui County, promoting industrialization of modern agriculture and accelerating the development of pollution-free food, clean energy, biomedicine, non-ferrous minerals, and other industries. The three parts have three portions. One is the eastern Yangtze River, in which Hukou County and Hunzhen County lie at the center to give priority to develop non-ferrous minerals, chemical engineering, chemical fiber, new energy, mechanized electronics, biomedicine, and port logistics. The second portion is the western Yangtze River, in which Ruitan City and Jiujiang County are at the center to develop chemical refining, new materials, shipbuilding, pollution-free food, and so on. The last portion is the southern Nanzhou Highway. The third portion develops new material, new energy, modern textiles, electronic information, solar energy, smart appliances, and other industries. At present, Jiujiang's petrochemical industry, iron and steel non-ferrous metallurgy, modern textile, equipment manufacturing, new energy, and 5 other leading industries have reached a large scale. New materials, electronic information, smart appliances, biomedicine, pollution-free food, and other emerging industries are also accelerating their growth. Benefiting from nature, history, and many other endowments, the basic advantages of Jiujiang's development is second to none in the whole of Jiangxi. These advantages include regional transportation, an industrial base, the existing platform, resources, and energy advantages, as well as advantages from Yangtze River water transport, the Lusan brand, Poyang Lake's ecological advantages, Lusan West Sea tourism, and Gongqing County, given special advantages by the Chinese Communist Youth League. And more noteworthy is the position of Jiujiang in China's economic development strategy. From Wuhan to Nanjing, from Hefei to Nantan, this parcel of land, thousands of square kilometers of central hinterland, has been a focus for China's regional economic development. Jiujiang lies in the center. If China wishes to promote the rise of central China to achieve balanced development, Jiujiang will be a primary choice for this breakthrough, and Jiujiang is located in the middle of the Yangtze River Economic Zone. The development of Jiujiang is directly related to the integrity and balance of the construction of the Yangtze River Economic Belt. From its wealth of resources, transportation advantage, industrial base, and strategic needs, there is no doubt that Jiujiang already has all conditions to enter a new round in China's economic takeoff. Because of this, Jiujiang became the first place for Premier Li Keqiang to visit and inspect after the 18th National Congress, becoming an important development region within the main functioning area designated by our country, giving Jiangxi province the power to build an economic dual core. Jiangxi decision-makers know their responsibilities, and when the new round of economic restructuring and development opportunities come around, it will clearly bring rise to Jiujiang as Jiangxi's eco-friendly development site, one of the dual core, the Yangtze River Economic Zone, an important central city. The world-famous